the camera's rolling, your heart pounds. It's thrilling to me.
What was it like having KG and his energy around every day? Because his energy is not just on the court, it's off the court. What was it like, his energy, and how infectious was that?
He changes the culture just with his actions every day. I've never seen a superstar that holds himself so accountable to the team. Mm-hmm. And every day, me and him have some MF days because I would try to take him out of practice. And he didn't want to come out of practice. He used to mumble, crazy stuff like Warriors don't come out of practice. Warriors don't come out of practice. I was like, all right, Warrior, well, you just got to sit down right now. Kevin was one of those guys, from afar, you're like, there's no way this energy is real. Come on, man. Nobody's got this much energy. And then after 2 days of practice, I was like, this dude is real. It's for real. And it was every day. I loved how he held everybody accountable. Don't mess up and shoot around, Matt. Not with KG. Oh, man.
I have a question. From the outside looking in, from the three superstars, it looked like, as players when we watched, that KG was kind of the one that took a step back and allowed Paul to continue to be great, Ray to do what he does, and he just plugged any kind of hole you guys had on either side of the ball.
Before the Cleveland game 1, I kept saying the word 20. I said, so 20. And the word is 20. And I kept saying 20. And everybody was looking at me. Kevin Garnett has to take 20 shots. 20 shots.
Has
20.
To.
I said it like 19 times. And finally, the whole team started joining in. 20. 20. And Kevin was pissed because he was such a team player that he wanted to keep the ball moving and play the right way. And I used to tell him, Kevin, sometimes we're moving the ball to you.
Right, that's the point.
we don't want you to pass it once it hits you.
Right.
But he was great.
Yeah, so 66 wins that season, an elite defense. But when you guys get to the playoffs, it's wartime. That game 7 versus Cleveland, talk to us a little bit about that.
That was a war. Our team hadn't been tested. Matt, we didn't lose 2 games in a row that whole year. Someone asked me before the playoffs started, what's your one concern? I said, we've had no adversity. And so that 7-game series against Atlanta was exactly what we needed. Because we lost 2 games to Atlanta because of the city of Atlanta. I'm just going to stop there. But I'm just telling you.
I live here, Doc. I know.
Yeah, the city of Atlanta is undefeated, man. It's unbelievable. So we learned that lesson. Like, man, you got to do your job. Then we get to defending champs and LeBron. And we get to that game 7, man. Paul Pierce and LeBron, if you ever get time to watch a game, those 2 guys, they were matching play by play. And the 2 biggest plays, one was a high school blockout on a jump ball. They had inside position, and LeBron didn't box out Paul, and Paul dove and got it in front of his legs. That gave us the ball. And then what we call the greatest wonder of the world happened. Eddie House passed the ball. He passed it to P.J. Brown, and P.J. Brown made a big shot. And think about that, how fortunate you are. P.J. Brown, over All-Star break, had retired.
Yep.
All-Star break is in New Orleans, and we decided to get in our car and go knock on his door and go get him. And we went and got him. So he was big for us.
You get Detroit in 6. What was memorable about that series?
Well, Detroit was the team to beat. Like, going into that season, we knew for us to make it to the finals, and what was crazy, number one, we knew it was the Lakers. The Lakers were going to win the West. Everyone knew that year.
Cole was on a mission.
Yeah, he was on a mission, So we were thinking, okay, we got to beat Cleveland, and we got to go through Detroit. We had lost a home game in the playoffs, and then game 2, Detroit comes in and beats us. Then we go back and beat them in game 3 and then close it out in game 6 on their floor. It was funny, Matt, and Jack, y'all both know this, but it's funny how people set these, like with the Clippers. I remember everyone said, you got to get to the Western Finals. I was like, that's it? That's not what I want.
No, you got to get
right.
the champion.
That's not the goal.
Exactly. So it was funny. Like, I remember coming in, And after, because you're supposed to celebrate too, because you got to enjoy the journey.
Right.
So I come in and we're all celebrating, and I say, guys, this is great, but we don't want a silver ball. We want a gold ball.
The gold
I said,
ball.
so let's enjoy this moment, but it ain't about the silver ball. I didn't know what to expect. I was a coach that had never coached in the final. I didn't know what to expect. I just knew it was the Celtics and it was the Lakers. And I'm not kidding. It's exactly who we wanted to be there. We wanted the Lakers to win the West. We wanted them to win the West. We wanted to be us and them.
Absolutely. So now you find yourself in the 2008 finals, smack dab in the middle of history, obviously with the two franchises and their winning ways, playing against Kobe. I want to jump right to game 4, down 24 in the third quarter. What was that huddle like when you guys flipped that switch?
That was the best moment maybe in my coaching career as far as just feeling, because I really believed. I kept telling Tibbs, we're going to win this game. I kept telling Tibbs, I got to find the right combination. I bet I said that word. I got to find the right combination. Something's not fitting here. Something's not working here. And we kept, if you watch that guy, I kept changing lineups because we couldn't score. And something, I couldn't figure it out. And then we fell on that Eddie House, Paul Pierce. We moved Paul to the 4 and took off that game. And the best moment for me was Jack Nicholson sitting next to me when we came back, because we're down 24. And I kept saying, how coaches do, cut it in 6, get it to 16, get it to 12. When it got to 6, the game was over.
You already knew it.
You could feel it. And the only thing that I remember, about that game that's funny is Jack Nicholson kept yelling, Doc. He just kept calling my name. And I finally turned around and he said, we are dead men walking.
That momentum is serious, for real fans and obviously coaches and players. You feel that shit. The casual might not understand, but that momentum is everything. And if you could walk a team down in those kind of situations, it's tough to come out of.
The first thing I remember them saying, I think it was Lamar Odom, we got to play physical like them. And right when I heard that, I remember saying that this series is over. Because you are what you are.
Absolutely. You're not going to change in the finals.
Yeah, and you're going to start playing like us,
right.
You're not beating us.
Absolutely. That's your game.
That's who we were. We had some physical, just naturally. It wasn't taught. It was who they were.
Dogs, right? Game 6, you're fortunate enough to close out at home. From pregame to the time the confetti fell, what was the energy and mindset of the team and yourself?
Well, we didn't have a lot of time. If you remember the whole story, that we both took off that next day at the same time. The Laker plane takes off. Yeah. And then our plane is broke. Then the family plane is broke. Now, come on, y'all.
It's a setup.
We in L.A. And both of their planes take off. So we're on the ground for 5-6 extra hours. Damn. And finally, we land at 1 a.m. on the day of the game. And so it was probably one of the best decisions I made as a coach. We didn't have shoot around. Think about that. For game 6.
Game 6 of the finals.
NBA finals, we didn't have shoot around. I said, hey guys, I'll meet you in the locker room 3500 o'clock, just like normal. And we showed up, and it's the first time and probably the only time that I walked in the locker room. I said, guys, we're not going to win tonight. We're going to win by a lot. We're going to play the perfect game tonight. This is the night that we show them who we actually are. Yeah, the funniest story in that game, we were up 40 or 38 with 5 minutes left, and I hadn't subbed. And Tom Thibodeau, of all people, who never subs,
right,
comes up to me and was like, because he used to say, "Boss man, hey, boss man, you gonna sub?" And I said, "When Kobe goes off the floor,
right,
I'm gonna sub. But until Phil takes Kobe out, I'm not taking our guys out." Which tells you what you felt about Kobe.
Hell yeah.
We're
at over till it's over.
This dude, man, I'm not taking any chance. And then when Phil finally subbed him, we subbed everybody out. And that was, listen, man, you guys all won. There's no better feeling than winning. It's like you have a blood transfusion with your teammates and with your franchise. And it's why you should play sports. It really is. It's the only reason.
Pinnacle.
I mean, to make a living is one. And then the other one is, man, if when you got a chance to win, and you're going to look back on your career as a player. If it's nothing other than the team is better, it's going to always bother you. Yeah. And I don't care who you are. At least for me, that's what it would have been.